everyone, Corinne Henneberry here with the Red Carpet Report. Today we are on set of the movie The Thinning with PEYTON LIST and Logan Paul.
Mingle Media, take one.
Can you bend it a little bit? I got reflection. Yep, thank you, perfect.
Got me right here.
All right. And let me know when you're set, Charlie.
Set.
All right, and set here.
On me. Hello.
Hey.
We are here today on the wonderful set of The Thinning with Logan Paul and PEYTON LIST. Welcome.
Hey.
How are you guys doing?
Good.
Yeah, real good. I actually just wrapped, so I'm feeling a little bit sad, but
Are you going to be celebrating?
yeah. How am I gonna be celebrating?
Yeah.
Sleeping. I think I'm gonna
And
be
eating a lot of food.
Lots of food.
You don't get enough at craft service? Is that what you're telling me?
I get plenty of craft services, like too much. But there's always room for more. That's my motto.
I agree. I'm with you on that. So, Logan, tell me about your experience coming straight out of being this insane Vine star to now working on a film. What has that experience been like?
For sure. Well, thank you for the insane. So it's obviously much more than Vine in the sense that it's, I don't know, you have a $100,000 camera, for example, instead of just shooting on an iPhone. There's a giant crew. So at first, it's slightly overwhelming, but I knew that was what it was going to be like going into it. And I love Vine. I will always have the digital stuff, but I definitely like film more. And it's been a really, really fun transition.
It was funny, when I first went in for the audition, I didn't really know what to expect with Logan because I'd never met him before. Like, I'd seen their Vines and everything, and I thought they were hilarious, but I didn't know, so, yeah. But when I read the script, I knew I loved the script, and I was drawn to it, but I was like, I wonder what Logan's going to be like. So when we went in for, like, the chemistry read, it went really well,
Yeah,
and I
it
was
did.
shocked because you were taking it super seriously, even though you, like, wrote it on your hoverboard. I was like, what's going on?
So I ride the hoverboard everywhere, and, like, Peyton said, a lot of people haven't seen the serious side of me, and this movie, I think, showcases that, and it's going to be cool because, like I said, not a lot of people have seen it.
Wonderful. And Peyton, for you, does it bring out a serious side in you aside from your past work on Bunk'd and Jessie on Disney?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it's a completely different character than I've ever played before, and it was funny because I think a couple people, Mark over there, he thought I was actually like a depressed person in real life because I was coming to the set, I was like trying to take it seriously and everything, and it was fun to play such a different character. And I think we're all in the same boat, like Michael Gallagher, the director, and Logan
It's
and
a pretty serious film, but all of us like jokes. We all love jokes.
Right.
It's in between scenes.
Yeah, but like during, there's not like room for bloopers really. Like
We move fast, we're efficient.
Yeah, if we mess up, it's like keep going instead of like laughing about it and joking. So
Of course.
the blooper reel is gonna be short.
So what is it that you guys both individually have done to really hone in and get into the character?
We worked together a couple weeks before,
Yeah.
and we worked with Michael, and we were really just like honing in on our characters, and I watched a couple movies, like I watched Winter's Bone because I love Jennifer Lawrence's performance in that. Not that I could ever compare myself to her because she's amazing, but I just studied and
Yeah. Like Peyton said, Michael kind of, we brought what we brought to the table, and Michael kind of shaped it to fit his rendition of the characters. But I did really have to work on finding less comedy in stuff and honing into that serious side of me, which was hard for me, guys. I am the guy that like makes jokes out of serious situations, and so I kind of stopped doing that and just like embraced the seriousness or the tone that was this movie. And yeah, it's definitely been a transition,
Awesome.
but by the end of it, we got it down.
You made it.
Yeah.
So for the folks out there that are unaware of what this film entails, so now it's a post-apocalyptic film, and now you guys are those students that have the answers. So do you work hand in hand together to try and save everyone? How does it all pan out? Give us a little insight.
I'm like, how do I not give away the story?
Yeah, I was gonna say, we can't give away too much.
I know.
But basically, our characters don't know each other, and in the mix of the plot, we end up running into each other to expose this system that we find out is all smoke and mirrors.
Mm-hmm. So any little ideas on how you were able to find the truth?
I defer to Peyton.
I feel like that's comes so much later in the script. Are we allowed to talk about that at all? With how we find out, how we expose the truth?
Maybe just more of your character traits are like sort of, because you guys are these type of person.
Right, that's a good idea. Okay.
Yeah, so I guess the answer would be Blake is a very muscular kind of like.
He's the man.
Brains in the broad.
Yeah, seriously though, like if there's a guard in the way, Blake will handle it, and then Lena figures out.
With the plan.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's just like real life between a man and a woman, right? The girl's the one with all the brains, and the guy's just like, I'm gonna fight my way through.
Pretty much.
I mean, Lena's very independent, and she's super intelligent, and that's how they kind of know that there's something up with the system.
Yeah, and together, obviously, that makes the perfect team in this scenario to uncover the evil doing.
Interesting. So for both of you, were there any fight scenes to where you had to like throw in some stunt doubles, or tell us how that worked out?
Oh well, Logan doesn't need a stunt double. That was insane. We had a lot of fight scenes, especially.
I had I think like 6 to 8 fight scenes. I'm obsessed with fight scenes. I've never actually done like legitimate fight scenes, so this movie was like eye-opening, and I'm like realizing, yeah, I do love fight scenes. She had one too though. She gets a little fighting.
She tied her hair back and got it.
No, it's actually aggressive. When people watch this, they're like, wow.
Yeah, it was kind of fun. I mean, I did have a stunt double on set, but I wanted to do as much as I possibly could without getting hurt. So I did a couple things where I got to like fight an officer. And,
yeah.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah.
So now, obviously, to be safe, what was the training like, or what was the preparation or choreography?
The training was basically get there on the day. This is the scene.
But there was no training.
No, there was no training.
There's no training at all.
I mean, I do Pilates and bar.
I lifted weights. That was the extent of the training.
Yeah, but then when we get there and they would have the stunt coordinator and everyone, and they'd be like, all right, this is what we're going to do today. It was all very
Step by
last
step.
minute. Yeah, I mean, I had to learn CPR for the film. I had to learn a bunch of different fight moves.
In college, I took a 6-month course on CPR. I'm certified.
So you gotta help me out.
Hey, me too.
Hey, there you go.
I'm not certified, but now I can do it.
Yeah.
Are you okay? Are you okay?
Yeah.
We skipped that part in the movie.
No. Well, 2 questions. Anyway, so outside of, we want to get to know a little bit maybe more about you guys as individuals. So what is it outside of working on this film that you guys enjoy doing?
Oh, well, together you mean?
Both together and apart. Yeah.
Oh, while I was doing this movie, I mean, really, while I was filming with Thinning, it was go home,
Sleep.
eat a lot of food, and then sleep, and then come back the next day for work, and like prepare my lines the night before, and then come back in. But now that we're about to be wrapped, we're going to Disneyland soon together, which will be fun, like a bunch of friends.
I think 2 days. 2 days Disneyland trip.
Well, then that's the wrap.
So that'll be like
I'm ready.
a nice transition from this like serious film.
Finally, we can like make jokes.
Be yourself.
Exactly.
What about you? What did you do?
Well, man, honestly, I'm the same. I feel like the fun for me is like just working and making stuff, and like my whole like internet like base is just I create stuff. So I'll go home, shoot a video.
And I did that in school too, in between.
Yeah, she's in school.
Doing finals and then also working on a film. That was a lot to deal with.
I'm out. Count me out. Count me out.
He's like, I'll be home doing vines and you can study your history. So what do you guys, what do you take from this experience? Are you looking forward to really putting yourselves maybe in another more serious type role now that you've had the opportunity to do so? What's the difference been like?
This is a good question, and I'm actually really curious for your answer.
Really?
I loved it. I loved being serious. Yeah, I definitely want to find another more serious film because I feel like I said, everyone knows me as the jokester, but it was fairly easy for me to get there and find that serious side of me.
Mm-hmm. And you, Pete?
I agree. I definitely want to do more outside. I love getting to do the Disney thing, but then again, I had so much fun doing this film, and it's such a different side of me, and I think people will be surprised for both of us. So
Yeah.
The growth.
Yeah.
So, what word of advice would you give young folks out there who hope to potentially act in a film of this caliber? What for both of you? What would you say?
For me, I would say, and this is what I tell everyone in every aspect of life: just work harder than everyone else. And like, for me, it helped showing up on set, and I had already been doing workouts throughout the year, and I was already like in shape, so I could do the fight scenes. So I didn't need a stunt double, and that for me is definitely my advice: just work harder than everybody else.
To be extraordinary.
Mm-hmm.
And for you?
yeah, I agree. I think if you set your mind to anything, you can do it. And if you work really hard and just really focus. And if you're young and you're trying to get your start in the business or whatever, I always say do as much as you can and get as much experience as possible, whether it's like community theater or whatever it is. Just really work hard.
Well, awesome. Congratulations to the both
Thank
of
you.
you.
Thank you.
And we're excited to see you all serious and scary
Me
and
too. Me too.
changing the world.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Congrats.
Thank you.
That was great, guys.
Great.
That was really good.
All
Can we
right,
fix
that's
the
that.
shadow on Peyton?
Oh, now we
I
fix